Hey everybody, it's Gamer Grampz here. Today we are going to be doing a very short video where I'm going to be showing a bug that's currently in the game as of September 3rd, 2020, where the Barbarians are glitched out. I am not talking about the changes they made months ago where the Barbarians are spawning more units. That's a normal intended part of the game by the developers. This is something completely different. So if you want to find out what I'm talking about, then definitely stick around. If you want to get good at Civ 6, then subscribe and click the bell to keep up with this channel. Alright, so here we are in the game. To be completely honest, I normally wouldn't have even made a video about this. I'm not gonna lie, I would have just probably made like a post about it on our community Discord server because it's not like the end of the world. However, I was actually in the middle of making a tutorial based on like city growth in the early game, teaching people how like you should actually be prioritizing your citizen management in order to like to grow faster and be better. And this camp just ruined everything. Well, not ruined everything, but it ruined like the steady progress of the tutorial that I was doing, because I was literally just playing this map over and over in order to have data that shows like each different thing. But anyway, that's why I made the video, because I honestly got irritated enough that I was like, hey, I'll make a video. So I think it is important that we talk about this though, because I think new players should obviously be aware that this glitch does exist so that they can try and prepare as best they can for it. Do everything you can to clear that barbarian camp out as quickly as you possibly can, so that even if the glitch does happen and it does start spawning units, at least you're bringing troops there as quickly as you can to deal with it right away, so that it doesn't overwhelm you and cause you to lose the game. Or, well, I mean, technically they can't burn down your city, but it can really cause you some headaches, especially if the glitch happens around a city that's not your capital. But even for more experienced players, it's important to know about the glitch as well, because when you're trying to like min-max everything and win your games as quickly as you can, if this glitch starts happening and starts spawning a bunch of units, especially in the later game, like if you're playing a peaceful game and a lot of times you don't build a huge army because you've declared friends with everybody around you and you're really pushing hard for a fast science or culture game or whatever, you don't have a huge standing army because to be efficient, you have less units. If that freaking glitch starts happening when they're freaking spawning musketmen or like crossbowmen or freaking whatever, it's gonna give you big headaches and cause a wrinkle in your game, and you definitely won't be able to win as fast as you would have had the glitch not been there. Or at least if you're like, oh, the camp's over there, it's not that big of a deal, I'll just send a unit or two, and then this sort of thing happens, it can definitely ruin your day. But anyways, enough preamble, let's actually just get into this and show you the glitch in real time. Okay, so anyways, this is exactly where it happened. The barbarian outpost right here just spawned on the previous turn, like while the computers were having their turn, and then the barbarians had theirs, and boom. Okay, so the camp is there as of right now, so we are immediately going to go towards it. And like I said, it literally just popped up on the map. All right, so let's head up there with our scout as well, so we have 2 units in the area to help deal with this faster. All right, so we're getting closer here. Clearly there has been no scout. There's nothing like that. The scout went up to the north, but it clearly hasn't seen our city. It hasn't been triggered, nothing like that. Let's keep moving here. Alright, and there you go, okay? So that is not the way it is supposed to happen at all. The scout has already, it was right there when we came across and saw it. It's already started spawning here. Alright, so you've seen it there, and now what we're gonna do is for science here, I'm gonna clear this camp out. I went back and checked, because the magic of editing, right? Anyways, I went back and checked. The camp spawned on turn 10, which means regardless of where the scout started, here or here, we're gonna count how many turns it would take for us with our scout to go find the nearest Dutch city and then head back, because you saw it by the time we got there, whatever that was, like a turn or two ago now, when we were here and the scout was in this position here. We'll see if there's enough time so that, oh, maybe he went up there and got triggered and came back, but it's not the case, because this has happened to me several times in other games when I've just been randomly playing. But again, like I said, I wasn't irritated enough to actually make a video about it. All right, so we are going to be keeping track of the 2 different possible paths that he could have gone. Like the one that we've just seen him do, he went to the hill, then to this hill, and like directly approached them over there. But we'll check it just for you know, in case that he had like the perfect dream possible location. So clearly here he went up to there is the next spot that he went to, but again, we're gonna push it forward, so he would have to get to at least here to see the city and be triggered. So turn 11, turn 12, this would have been turn 13, actually this would have been turn 13 if he moved here. This would have been, so he would have been here on turn 13 if he went straight, right? 11, 12, 13, and then he could see it from here as well and head back. So technically for 14, he would be here on this tile though, if he went the straight approach that he did. Otherwise, turn 11 would be here. And this again is like all if he went the most ideal route. Turn 12, he would have seen it there. Hold on, if you move from here, turn 12, he could see it here, and ideally in the best case scenario, and everybody knows the scripting, like the pathing in this game is not the best case scenario, but even if they did, okay, so he could get back to this tile with his last movement on turn 12, because there's no movement penalty for being on the floodplain. Right, so then from turn 13, he could get back there in a perfect world. However, for the case of this video, I'm going to prove this wrong because like I said, this game is all for me. I was making a tutorial on food growth anyway, so I have the save file, like this, the game start save file. I'm not going to go back quite that far, but I'm going to go back before the camp was even created, and we'll test this out for sure. I'll actually like change the moves that I did make before this happened in order to be able to find out and prove that this glitch is happening. All right, so here we go. They just settled the barbarian camp right there. It just popped on turn 10. I've went back and replayed it so that I have a scout out and ready to go here. So let's move forward. We still unfortunately can't see that tile where their scout would have spawned because clearly he didn't spawn on the mountain, right? So this is turn 11 now. And you can clearly see the scout did not take the optimum path, which would mean that it is impossible for him to have been triggered. Like we did the math, right? If he took the hill route, that there's no way that he would have got back in time in order to trigger the crazy spawning of the barbarian camp. Not to mention here, clearly the Netherlands warrior here is zoning control zoning him, right? So, because my guess is what happened is turn 12, like right here, turn 12, like in the original game, this exact thing happened without our scout being here. The Netherlands warrior moved in here, scared him off, and with zone of control and whatnot, he retreated back here, which would be turn 13, and back there, which is where we saw him on turn 14. And just to show you, you cannot see the city location from this hill tile that he was on. Just in case that was a thought in your head as well, that might be possibly causing this. For those of you that do follow my channel, one quick thing here I'm going to throw in just to let you know, as of Monday, September 7th, I'm starting to stream 3 times a week on Twitch. So if you are interested in following me on there so you can watch the live streams and come join in, the link to the Twitch TV is in the description, or it's just Twitch TV/GamerGrampz. It is pretty easy to remember the name. But anyways, I'm not sure how experienced you are by any means, so I'll put a link in the top right hand corner and in the description down below to a DD survival guide I did recently where I teach you how to use diplomacy to avoid being declared war on early by the AI in almost all situations. And then I actually also take it a step further in the video as well and show you then how to deal and fend off any early aggression that you can't avoid by using diplomacy, because sometimes on DD, as we all know, for one reason or another, it's going down, right? But other than that, if you haven't done it already, please do me a favor and leave a like on the video. It really does go a long way towards helping the channel grow and get discovered. Better yet, share this with anybody you know who plays the game and you think it might help them out, or in any Facebook groups or subreddits, Discord servers, yada yada that you're involved in. If you think it could help them out, then I'd definitely appreciate it. But other than that, I've definitely rambled on long enough here, so I'm just going to shut up and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.